Hello, everybody. Once again, I'm Liam Crafton Jr., aka Overwatch on Less Than Guru. We have Mars Video Cat back in videos, and today this is the first video. It actually is session 3, but it is the first video for the campaign number 2, which is this setting here, this system and setting, Blades in the Dark. And I'm really happy that I'm able to put these actual plays onto the channel, and you'll see how very different it is than either my playing and game mastering on Roll Hit Die on the through Torganized Play on the Wednesday streams, which are on here on YouTube, Roll Hit Die, as well as my personal game mastering campaign, the Palladium First Edition homebrewed, heavily house ruled homebrewed in the Nintir Vale setting of D&D 4th edition. So very different each campaigns, each at least the 2 Sundays. So those on this channel, campaign 1, Palladium Nintir Vale campaign, and this one, Blades in the Dark, you'll see how the pretty much the same group, or mostly the same group, tackles 2 different systems and 2 different settings very differently. So in this setting, just as an introduction, because I'll explain what happened, is one of the players was late, and we were trying to figure out, was he going to come or not start, and we kind of started the session, and I started recording, and then there was a lot of false starts. So I was starting, stopping, starting, stopping, trying to get to a good place. It seemed like there wasn't going to be a good place, so I just started recording, and then a little bit later, right when we had given up on that player, he came in, and there was a little bit to get started. So having said that, this is a smaller group than my Palladium. It started off with the exact same people, and it kind of went where a few people on my Sundays can't make the other Sundays, and people on that other Sunday, when we switched from D&D 5th to Blades in the Dark, real life stuff happened, and they were not able to participate. But what it did is it left us with people who consent to be recorded and published here on the channel. So that aspect of it is really nice. So Bob is the game master. If you've watched my Palladium playthrough, he plays Sir Emery, a troll paladin of a god of righteousness. And so he's the game master in this. Then I am what's called a lurk, is my playbook, which is kind of the character classes in this game. It's a burglar, a thief, a shadowy person. And then Peter, who in the Palladium game plays Cole Main as his main character, did start off as Francis, but is playing a crystalline, a stone crystal type species that is a mercenary fighter. In this one, he is playing a hound, Dashiell von Darkmoor, a hound, and that is kind of a hunter, a sharpshooter, and that type of role. My lurk is Vecher. Vecher means evening in Russian, and I thought it would be fun to a system or a setting that is entirely always at night to call my character Evening. Bad pun, I just decided to go with it, and I like being able to say that. So then there is Min, who is played by Jenny. Jenny no longer plays in Palladium, my Palladium game, but for a very long time, for about a year, she played Bodil, a bear woman, an Urson ranger. She, again, people have real lives, and sometimes duties and obligations and stuff like that need to be shifted around, and sometimes it is only an every other Sunday thing. A lot of us can do it on one Sunday, but not the other Sunday, and that's why the switch happens, and then those people aren't left behind. But that's Jenny. She plays Min. I'm trying to remember Mars. That's the microphone. I'm trying to remember the name of the playbook. I can't off the top of my head. So I think it's just looking down at the book. I think it's the Leech. The Leech is kind of a tinkerer. Takes place in. Bob was saying steampunk, but what I read is more just there might be a little bit of steampunk in it, but it's not the super crazy type steampunk, but it is definitely Victorian. But she plays that kind of what would be an alchemist, a creator bombs, tinkers with things, stuff like that. Maybe even a little bit of cult, but that might be going into the one of the other one, maybe the Whisper. But that is her min. And then we have Aldo, I believe Aldo, and he is a cutter. Cutter is like your bruiser type, your fighter, your assassin, your just beat 'em up. And so that's our crew. Our crew is called Smythe and Company Liquidators. We are an assassin crew, and we have a front as a liquidation service of when estates and things, their bankruptcies, that type of things, get taken over. We kind of have a front that's what we're supposed to do. We don't actually do it, although there is a chance of us being able to make an upgrade that we actually do have a legitimate front to give us kind of a bonus for when the law enforcement come knocking. So, having said that, that's kind of the setup, and so I do apologize for the weird intro beginning of the game, but there was a lot of stuff going on, and we just had a rough start. That happens, and I try on this channel to show all of that, to show that not everybody does Critical Role. You don't necessarily have all this production values and ways to start, and it's almost like doing a film. This is just a bunch of people, not a professional game master who gets paid or anything. Just a bunch of friends getting together for 3 hours every Sunday, and now you'll be able to see uh, both of our campaigns. So, having said that, once again, I'm Lee McCrafton Jr., aka Zorval Chan Less Than Guru, and until next time, I'll catch you later, and I hope you enjoy Blades in the Dark.
Or,
Yep.
but I think my character, I'm going to talk about how I'm stressed out, but and I'm a little worried that I might actually like killing.
Nice.
I get that high. I get that rush from putting somebody down,
Mm-hmm.
and it worries me.
Awesome. What you're saying is, if you get all stressed out, you may unlock, you may get the vicious trauma.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm digging that.
I might have to go, instead of punch walls, you know,
Do some bad things.
punch out something else.
Come on, Joe. Um, how many of you guys have some coin? It seems like most of you should have some because you got quite a bit in your last job.
Yes, because our vault for our crew was
Yeah,
filled at the time, or close to being filled. So
yeah.
we each got a couple of coin personally.
I spent mine doing stuff.
Okay, so I was kind of looking over some of the character sheets, and I didn't see any on Aldo's, and I would think he would have caught those. Um, so I wanted to kind of point out something on the character sheets.
Aldo spent, I know he spent at least one coin to get his contact out of jail.
Right,
That
that
the
might
one
have
that
been
we helped.
And he may have spent some on healing because he is all healed up now.
Yeah.
He probably spent some to take that over the edge because I see he is just fine now, aside from the stress, but that's not a big deal. So underneath coin where it says stash, um, kind of between sessions or kind of in your kind of free play downtime stuff, you can move coin into your stash and just mark stash points. This is where you're like investing in your future, like making some sort of investments or in some um, yeah, it basically kind of hiding some money away. Um, these are non-liquid assets that you're kind of picking up. So if you ever decide you want to get coin back out of that, it's 2 for 1.
Okay.
Right. So right, you can only like at any time, like more than 4 coin is just way too much to kind of like have on hand in cash
Mm-hmm.
for any one person. So you kind of hide it away in stash. When you get and you see like the big box out to the right of stash, so your stash level,
Right.
right? So that represents that level in stash represents when your character retires. Because I think in most cases, the way the mechanics work, in most cases characters don't die. I think in most cases characters like get too many traumas and they have to retire, or you guys decide to retire or whatever. Um, that it determines what that person's retirement looks like, right? So if you have less than one, that assumes that your character will rather quickly end up, just dying in a street somewhere. And then, like if you achieve one full level, or like I think it's 10 for a level, um, then you have like a little tiny hovel that you can live in, and then like levels 2 and 3 are like maybe even owning a small business or like an inn or something like that. If you get all the way up to 4, that is having a comfortable, luxurious retirement.
Okay. So basically, you can transfer coin to like the top leftmost box,
Correct.
and
Yep.
then you just fill them up, and then on the 10th one you have like level 1.
Yep. Then you have level 1. You've saved up enough to have
Okay.
like a little tiny hut, hovel,
Right.
a
But if
a
you pull
airport.
it back out, then you have to pull 2 out, and you only get 1 coin.
Correct, because
Okay.
it is hard to quickly liquidate those assets that
Right.
you've
You're
kind of
you're
carried.
having a fire sale.
Exactly. Um, yeah, and that's kind of there are other things that'll happen, like I think it's when you increase in tier. It's either that or when the crew levels up. I forget which one, but everybody gets some coin that goes directly to the stash when that
Okay.
happens.
Now on the crew character sheet,
Right.
does the vaults act differently? Those you have to open up?
Yes. So a vault, if and I think is that yeah, it's under layer on the kind of on the right hand side. Um, so level 1 vault doubles the amount of coin up to
Right.
8, and then if you get level 2 vault, it goes all the way to 16.
Okay, but that's
Uh,
just coin,
yeah,
not
that's just coin, not stash.
okay.
Stash is a personal investment stuff. Oh, it looks like it is when you advance, it's tier plus 2 goes into your stash. So I suspect you guys are probably I think you guys are real close to advancing.
Yeah, we have
Oh
like
yeah,
two
yeah,
more.
yeah. You guys are real close to advancing. So that'll get you that'd be unless I guess it depends on the order you guys do the stuff in.
Hmm.
If you guys move up a tier at the same time, it could be three stash, or it might just be 2 stash. Because I think you guys are also pretty close to moving up to being able to move up to the tier 1 from tier 0. Well, I'd say we go ahead and start since. Wait. Okay.
Chairman and
I was
Lee.
just giving up on you, Joe. I was just saying. All right. Let's go ahead and start without Joe.
Yeah, yeah. I am. Yeah,
You all
I
right there,
will
buddy?
be. Yep. Oh, not fully awake, but yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
So we were just going over some rules and things like that. And
Okay.
I am recording this session. So
Ah,
just let you know I'd already started
Yep.
that.
Oh, okay.
okay. All right.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started then. Well, if we are recording, I guess we can introduce the setting a little bit again. We're here in Duskball, which is a dismal city. Dismal steampunk city in a world where the sun has been destroyed. The seas have turned to a black ink, and the dead have nowhere to go. But once and so the spirits ravage the earth and become a menace to society. And so Dustfall is surrounded by these big lightning fence that is powered by something called electroplasm, which is the distilled and refined blood of demons. These demonic leviathans that are caught out in the seas. And here in the docks of the city, where the foul smell of the sea and the creatures from within, uh, mixed with the filth of humanity, we find a nondescript warehouse bearing the name Smythe and Company, wherein a small crew of scoundrels lives, and well, not so much lives, but at least operates out of. And right now, they're kind of between jobs. There's so let's who wants to start by going out and doing some free play stuff.
Well, I already did some.
All right, Pete, and your character's name is who?
Dashel.
Dashel.
Dash.
All right, Dash, and what is Dash doing?
Well, he was going to go hang out with his buddies. Yeah, talk a little about his PTSD and how he thinks he's starting to like killing, and it's starting to bother him a bit. But after that, he was going to go back to what he was doing before, which is just kind of watching the cabbies, because he wants to get back on the good side of the cabbies.
Oh yeah, you guys gotta piss those guys off.
Yep. So, and then when we get a chance, talk about what job we want to do next. I know we've got the offer that I was told about. The Circle of Flame wants us to retrieve something from Lord Mora wants us to recover something from the Dimmer sisters, a preserved eyeball.
Yep.
And if we do that, the Circle of Flame will cede over the territory that we're kind of taking over without, it'll basically calm all things down with them. But it
Yeah.
seems we'd be exchanging, one enemy for another. We'd be making, we'd be getting neutral with the circle of flame, but then we'd be making enemies of the Dimmer sisters.
Well, if they catch you.
Yeah, if they catch us.
I mean, what's the likelihood of that happening with this group?
Yeah, we're very sticky.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Hey,
so, so of that, like, what do you? So you want to? So yeah, you go to this old VA. Got a name for this place? I assume it's probably in the docks area where you hang out with your veteran buddies.
Um, oh, what would be a good?
All of heroes.
You know what? I kind of like that. The place looks like shit. I mean, it's all run down and really miserable, but has like the name Hall of Heroes. It's
Only somebody like graffitied it, so it says Hell of Heroes.
Hell of Heroes.
I
yeah.
love it. They talk about just going back to the hall.
Yeah.
All right. So you're in the hall, hanging out, having a drink with the other with other veterans of the war. I'd say that they look pretty. It's a pretty rough crowd. You see the well, it's maybe not rough crowd. It's pretty depressing crowd, I would think I would say. Yeah, exactly. You can see in the eyes of a lot of other folks, the same kinds of things that you've been feeling. This, kind of hopelessness.
Thousand
What was the war all about?
stare.
Say that again.
The 1,000-yard stare
Mm-hmm.
that they talk about that troops coming off the line have.
Yep.
They've seen so much combat and stuff.
Yep. Um, yeah, so you see you see another veteran there. Says, hey you, who'd you serve with?
Whatever the name of my team was.
Sure. What was the name of your team?
I don't have one just yet. Since we were we never really hammered that out, whether it was a sniper team or a ranger team or what.
Well, you can make that up as you go. Um, so that's fine if you don't want to talk about it. I was in cavalry.
Force recon.
Yeah. Well, more the shock and awe, I suppose. But I don't know. We got a lot of shock there ourselves. Especially the undead. The whole point of cavalry is to attack a flank and terrify the enemy into a retreat. But the dead don't retreat.
We were the pointy end of the stick. We got stuck in more times than I would like.
Yeah. I heard there's a new inspector in the city who used to be part of the Imperial Cavalry.
Really.
I guess he decided snooping crooks out here in the dusk beats riding down devils in the Deathlands, eh?
He's not a blue coat, is he?
No. No, the blue coats work for them. Work for the inspectors. The inspectors, supposed to be above the law. They're supposed to be above reproach. If you can believe that nonsense. Anyway, it was fine to share a drink with you, sir.
Oh, don't call me sir. I worked for a living.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna.
I'll try and remember his face. So if I see him in there again, I'll buy him a beer or cozy up to him or whatever.
Okay. All right. Who's next?
Well, Min, Min's friend, so Min is the leech, and her friend Stasia, the apothecary, needed some ingredients from in the Deadlands, from across the
Right. The
wall and
hornweed.
into the
Yep.
yes, some mornweed. And I think Min will be spending some time trying to get more information about mornweed. What does it look like? How does she identify it? I'm assuming that either Stasia could have told her that when she was talking
Yeah.
to Stasia, or maybe Stasia didn't know because she gets the product dried or prepackaged, and then if that's the case, then Min would need to do some more research to find out what that plant is and how you find it. And also, I don't know how much Min has. I don't think it's very common for people to go into the Deadlands.
It is not. Well, yeah, not for
except for
citizens. No.
is it the gatherers or I forgot the group that does that.
Yeah, the scavengers, the
Yeah.
Deathland scavengers,
So,
who I think you guys are not on great terms with.
right. So she,
I don't recall exactly what it was you guys did to piss them off, but you did.
I chose at the beginning that they would be the people that we didn't like because there is no reason to go outside of the walls.
yeah,
I think it's because you guys did some bounty hunting or something. You're friends with a bounty hunter, and they are, who presumably, probably caught some of these people or has a bad reputation with them. And a lot of these Deathland scavengers are prisoners, or former prisoners.
yeah. So yeah, she's
Momo, get
gonna spend some time trying to do some research about this
Cool.
and find out, how I mean, people do go into the Deadlands and they come back, so there have to be some precautions you can take to go there safely. So she's gonna start, well, nothing's ever really safe, but yeah, she's gonna start trying to find out what that might be.
Okay.
And I believe one of the things that we needed was a spirit charm, and we got a spirit charm last
You
session.
did grab up some spirit charms. Yeah, most of you start with them, but I think
Yeah, some
one
of
or
us,
two of you didn't.
yeah, I did not, but
Okay.
I think she stole one off of somebody's corpse.
I think you probably took it off of um, Flint himself,
Probably so.
the old miserly bastard. So through talking to various people, you do learn, like, the way most people leave Duskfall is either on a Leviathan hunting ship, or via the lightning rails, or the trains. You those have some sort of protection. There's the you might
out there.
there are also I've heard that there are some tunnels that are out in the farms of Dunslow. You don't personally know where those are, but um, that's the that is the way that most people suspect you get out.
Oh, so it's not common knowledge, and the guys who do it won't tell us?
Right. Also, so there's a lot of risk
Mm.
with going outside, not just to the people who are going out there, but spirits can kind of hitch a ride with people. Whether through, like, possession, or volunteer, people can voluntarily bring along a spirit with them. sometimes they'll make a deal or something, and that is a common way that spirits can get inside. They're kind of smuggled in, and so travel in and out of the city is pretty restricted. So it involves in most cases, some subterfuge. There's also um, a lot of rumors that the gondoliers can get you outside. The gondoliers. A lot of travel happens through the gondoliers in the city, and they're a pretty mysterious group.
All right.
Um, very long rumored to be associated with the kind of Cthulian um, you know depths of the deep dark oceans.
All right.
Also, mornweed
Yeah.
is commonly used in healing salves.
Yes, more needs and healing. Yeah. Then yeah, I think that she's probably gonna spend some of her whatever time we have. Let's assume she'll be either working in whatever she uses in the lab. I can't remember if we got a lab in our lair or what, but she'll be working in whatever it is, whatever space she uses as a lab area. Maybe it's just her own bunk at her own home.
You do have a workshop.
All right, so she'll go to the workshop and she'll be working there. And she's making, yeah, something that will end up being useful later, I hope.
So you're setting up your flashbacks.
I might be setting up my flashbacks, yeah. Yeah, she's
Very
making
cool.
something or working on something that hopefully will be of use to us in whatever, caper we choose.
Got it. Okay. Next, we're going to hear from Aldo or Vouche.
Um,
Or Vetcher, sorry, Vetcher.
go ahead. I know I did quite a bit of stuff last session, so that should go ahead.
Yes, I will. I will go to city clerk office and talk with good friend Petra.
Okay. So yeah, I think you go to I think she is probably in Charter Hall. I think Charter Hall is like the head of like the administrative government kind of stuff, whereas like White Crown is like the rulers.
Mhm.
And in kind of this this cramped office building, with all these little little desk minions, working away behind a bunch of paperwork. You find Petra, and Petra stands out, not just because you know her, but she is dressed much nicer than everybody, than like all these other workers here. She has like fine jewelry, little rings and stuff, and she's a rather pretty middle-aged woman. Um, she sees you, when she spots you like right away when you come up the stairs, and says, "My friend Betcher, welcome, welcome. Come sit."
Yes, very pleased.
Great, great. What have you brought me?
Oh, I found this nice little spirit bane charm. It would
Oh.
go nicely with your necklace there.
She eyes it and says, and she's like there's a moment of indecision. She says, "Oh, you're so funny. I wouldn't go for something as pedestrian as this. What did you really bring me? You're so funny."
Yes, I try be funny. So what can I tick off?
No, it's okay to just say you brought her something.
I stole some pearls from Flint's place.
Nice.
really, would go much better around your neck.
Thank you. You do know my neck, and you do know pearls are one of my favorites. Thank you so much. Did you know? Wait. She looks around, says, I have idea for you.
I like idea.
She pulls out, opens a drawer, and she has this official document sitting like right on the very top.
Mhm.
So it was like she was waiting with this for you. She pulls it out and hands it across. She says, "Old the old Dowager Richter has passed away. The poor woman, and all of her wealth sits there in that house while some of her family squabbles over who's going to own it."
The family squabbles are so bad. Sometimes they take
Oh,
very
so
long.
bad.
It can take a long time to resolve those. In that time, there might be mistaken bookkeeping might change. Yes?
Yes. 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 Well, and well, I was just sure that you would be interested in this little rumor because out of care for poor Lady Richter and her unfortunate family.
Yes, it is. It is sad to see when the mighty have fallen.
That it is indeed.
Thank you, and be sure you will get special treat next time.
I'm quite certain. All right. Aldo. In fact, I think next we come to Aldo, the uh, the big dude. What's Aldo Keel up to today? Possibly not turning his mic on.
Hey, Joe.
Uh-oh. Did Joe fall asleep?
Oh,
There he is.
I'm here. I'm here. All right.
Is
So,
this not going to work for you, man? I mean, you
oh,
need to rest.
oh, okay. Let's see. So, let's see. Last time I know I did we set up the thing. Uh, I guess Aldo's going to go out and do some job hunting of his own.
Okay.
Just see what's available.
Okay. Um, highlight the job. You guys have pictures. All right. So you go out and kind of looking around. Um, think. Oh, there we go. So checking around the going to what is your hangout?
My hangout is my boxing club.
Okay.
Mhm.
Kind of hanging out at the boxing club. You have another friend of yours who occasionally comes around. He's actually kind of a friend of the group. Carlos, the bounty hunter.
Okay.
Um, Carlos, what does Carlos look like? I think Carlos is a Severosi.
Mhm.
He's this big kind of muscular, dark skinned man with dreadlocks. He uh, he keeps a pair of a pair of very long knives and and a bow on him. And he comes he comes over to you and says, "Hey, so how's work been?"
Work is work. I did a little job not too long ago. Can't say too much about it. But it was more personal than otherwise.
Uh, you know, I always avoid the personal jobs. Those they get sticky, and I
Mm,
hate sticky.
um, yes. Only thing that got sticky on this one was what was left of the targets.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that brings me to to something I thought you might want to hear about.
Oh,
So, I got offered a job, but it's not the kind that I do usually. But I think it might be up your alley.
oh. What is the job?
It's an assassination.
Ah, yes, that is more up our alley.
Yeah. Well, apparently some some young noble heir has got in his mind to marry some lady of the night down in the Silk Shore, and the family wants you to get rid of her.
Ah, hmm,
Well,
bad luck
wanted me to
for
get
her.
rid of her. I told him that's not the kind of thing I do. But I knew some people with lower standards, and I thought. So anyway, I thought I would let you guys know.
All right. Um, I will check with my partners and see if they'd be interested. I will get back to you soon.
Well, I mean, it's not me to get back to.
Yes.
Well, let me give. I can get you the names of the folks that offer the job. Maybe you can go talk to them.
All right. That would work. We have
It's Lady Astrid.
Lady Astrid.
She's in Brightstone.
Brightstone. Yes. Mhm.
Anyway, I suppose you can talk details or have somebody else on your team talk to them. I don't, you know, it's up to you.
Yes. Uh, yes, I am not the best talker, but we uh, we will s- we will we will uh, I will run this by them and see whether or not it's a job we want.
All right. Well, suit yourself.
Right.
Catch you around, dude.
I will see you. All right.
All right.
And
So you
I'll
guys
head back to
meet up
headquarters.
back at your warehouse at Smything Company.
Yes.
Um, Currently, I see 4 potential jobs, unless I miss some stuff.
Yeah.
You have Stasia the alchemist, who needs more weed.
Deadline.
Petra the city clerk, who has provided information about old lady Richter's presumably empty house, full of money,
And possibly old lady Richter.
or possibly earlier. Who knows? Carlos the bounty hunter.
Mhm.
There's a girl. There's a job to assassinate a girl out on the Silk Shore, and the Circle of Flame wants you guys to steal an artifact from the Dinner Sisters.
Mm-mm.
In addition to this stuff, you can also look at your crew sheet and say, "Hey, we want to, you know, expand our territory by taking over some other kind of turf."
Mm.
What are the benefits of expanding the territory? You just get access to more things?
So, so it depends on what it is you take over. So
Okay.
there are various bonuses you can pick up. One of them that might be particularly interesting to you that you guys are almost set up for. It would take a couple of jobs to get there. So if you is the cover operation, because you guys are in a warehouse,
Mhm.
that says Smythe Company. Um, taking that over, it would be like getting together all of the hiring people and getting documents and stuff like that to make it look like you have a legitimate like shipping operation going on through this warehouse, and it reduces the amount of heat you take for every score. That can be kind of cool. For every little piece of turf, think something called just turf, and it takes less reputation for you guys to go up a tier.
Okay.
Um, the cover operation is what I thought you guys might find interesting, and that also leads you to the hagfish farm, which helps you with. Well, although you guys don't have to deal with that anyway because you have the other stuff going on for you.
Yep.
All right. Well, Mina likes the idea of the, you know, the estate thing seems like the timing is pretty important. Like, yeah, that old lady stuff could be tied up in an estate with litigation for, months, or, something can happen and they could resolve things quickly. So she thinks that's the one that's the most time sensitive.
And if a score is big, we can use proceeds to fund how to get out of town for herb you want.
Yeah, that's true. So I would say let's I don't know what everybody else thinks, but I vote for going to check on that old lady's estate. See if
Okay, so we're going into planning a job here.
Yep.
Yeah, is that okay with everybody else?
Yes, I would like to go to empty estate. What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Joe missed
Yeah.
the opportunity. Isn't he supposed to say that?
Yes.
Right, so give me a so who wants to do like some of the leg work before this job? We usually think we're
Our-
allowing two rolls for leg work.
Okay.
I will.
Yeah. My legwork generally consists of breaking them. So.
Yeah.
Well, I have a 2 in study
Okay.
and a 2 in tinker, which probably does not. Um, unless it's disabling traps and stuff. So
I've
Mostly.
got
yeah.
3 in hunt, which is gather information about its location of movements.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
I've got 2 in survey a location or situation, understand what's going on.
You
Yeah,
want to,
I like the
Yeah,
survey. Yeah.
information about opportunities or
you want to start with that then, and then see what you guys learned and decide if somebody else wants to do something else.
I like it. Yeah.
All right.
survey.
So, yeah. So tell me what it is you're doing to survey. So and this is
What?
something to try to do a little bit more in the game is so the way all roles are supposed to work is by first like describing what it is you're doing and what the goal of the thing you're trying to do is before we even like decide what skill or whatever you're going to be rolling.
Right.
Because we're supposed to be focusing on that stuff.
Well, supposedly it's a house, right? An
And
estate.
yeah. Yep.
Well, I'm going to take my dog
Mm-hmm.
for a walk, and my dog will get loose,
Okay.
and I'm going to have to chase it onto the grounds, and he's gonna play keep away with me as I try and get him back on the leash or get the collect the leash again and try and check out what kind of security they have, is there anybody in the house? Are there any guards?
Okay. Yeah.
Anybody else watching the place?
Okay. So I think this is going to be, at this point, probably a controlled roll because it's, yeah, you're out in the open in the, yeah, you're just kind of out in the open and you're kind of normal business hours. So it's not, there's not a lot of expectation there's going to be a lot of danger, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I think probably a standard success here. I mean, you've got a cool idea and you're using your dog to help you out.
Okay.
So go ahead and hit me with that roll, dude. That is a failure, sir. Let's see. I think. Oh yeah. So I mean, I think we're gonna learn some good stuff. So 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 I think you're like out, doing the walking the dog thing, and the dog gets loose, and of course, like you commanded the dog to do, goes into the yard out in front of the this townhouse, and like as soon as the dog's over there, you hear a couple of men, um, shouting, and they clearly you see two men who look like kind of rough looking mercenaries. Um, they see the dog, they see you, and seem to immediately know what's going on.
Okay.
The lead one says, "Hey, you need to take your animal and piss off, and no snooping around here."
I won't give them any back chat. I'll just leave.
Okay. Um, what you do pick up there, I mean, they're definitely not like house guards. That they're certainly not like somebody's estate guards or anything. These guys look like some sort of mercenaries that somebody hired to keep an eye on the place.
Right. Well, that's still some information.
Yeah, it is still some information. Who else wants to do some kind of information gathering for this?
Vitcher will.
Okay.
I would like to go up on rooftops.
Okay. Yeah, it is like a townhouse, so they're kind of squeezed together.
Yes, and jump from roof to roof and see about what would be best way in and out without coming across these mercenary people. I don't want to meet them. It's not like cake. I want to meet cake, not meet mercenary.
Nice. Okay. Um, yeah, I like that. I think this one is going to be this is going to be a risky and standard because you are up on rooftops and in places where people aren't supposed to be.
Right. A little risky. Standard. Oh, look at that. I just do good job.
You just do a good job. All right, so yeah, you do you're prowling along the rooftops, and it's a nice evening. You get up there, you see there is another chimney here. It's a little on the small side, so you'd be concerned that Aldo, and all of Aldo's stuff may not fit through this thing. You could probably get down there, and yes, probably probably Min as well. I don't know if we described her too much, but I was picturing here is kind of tiny.
Yeah, she's almost stunted.
Almost done. Okay. Yeah. Maybe you said it before, and that's why I'm picturing her that way.
Yeah.
You also see, so this home is actually like right on the canal. So there is like a little dock as well. Um, there's not a boat there, but you presumably like a gondola could take you. Somebody with a gondola could take you right to the little dock that goes into a back door there. There's a like an there's like an iron gate um, that like even from up here it looks like it'd be real easy to pick getting in the back door. There are various windows and such. If you're okay rappelling down, it's about a 2-story building that would give you a little more exposure, um, but would be a little less complex.
I like taking a little boat ride.
Yeah.
We go on boat, we go in back. We don't meet mercenary. Maybe inside will be cake.
All right. So presumably you guys get back together and you have kind of drawing up your plans for how you're going to do this job.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me pull up. Where is? That's not the one I wanted. Could have sworn there was a thing for. Oh, there it is. There it is. Starting scores. Nope. I'm a dummy. What? I think it is just on the cruise sheet.
What are you looking for?
I am looking for the different choices for doing the job.
Oh.
Where are what's my rules for doing the job?
Oh, yeah,
The scores.
oh, the,
There's like a step-by-step thing.
Planning and load.
Where's that at?
on character sheets, it is assault,
Ah,
point of attack, occult, arcane
there
power,
it is. There it is.
deception.
Okay. Yep, it is. It's on the regular character sheet. That is weird. Okay. Yep. There it is. So which of these in your planning and load are you going to be using here?
I would think either stealth or transport, since we are going by boat.
Okay, I'm good. Yeah, I think stealth probably fits here
Yes.
since you're sneaking in through the back.
Mhm.
Yep.
And a light load, probably.
Is everybody taking a light load?
Min is taking a light load
I
Yep.
like light load.
to get
Uh,
in. And she's hoping to take
It
a
is a nice alteration. Like light load. LLL.
hmm. I might actually take a normal load for this one. I'm
Okay.
not the stealthiest person, and I might.
Oh,
I might.
great. Now you will give me stress also.
Uh,
I imagine Valche is feeling stress on the boat ride over. Looking at like every time Aldo like shifts in the boat and like things clank around and stuff, the whole boat like rocks. Like shit, I got to deal with this nonsense.
Mhm.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So you guys hire a gondolier to take you there. The gondolier, he's kind of hooded dude in a in gloves. speaks with this raspy voice. And he says, "Where are we going?"
Little dock. Personal next to house.
We give him the GPS coordinates.
As you wish. And he sets off, taking you guys. The there are lots of gondoliers. And I'm sure you guys have all ridden in these before. I don't think anybody, most people, you guys probably have never seen the faces of any of these guys. They're always pretty creepy and never engage in chit chat. Um, he uh, he takes you, fairly directly there, and it's, of course, it's dark. It's not like there's a daylight time or anything. He uh, he even like kind of recognized, seeing who you are and stuff. He turns off the lamp that normally hangs at the end of a gondola, and creeps into the dock, very silently.
Nice. Like this guy's professionalism. We'll give him a tip on the way out.
He accepts that tip.
Mhm.
So yeah, you guys you guys were able to get off the gondola on a it's kind of,
just gondola.
yeah, I think it's gondola. Gondolier is the dude who drives it, but I keep getting the
Yes.
two mixed up.
Yes.
So the yeah, you guys hop up on this dock. It's kind of old creaky wood, and it goes up like this very steep kind of stairs to to this iron gate that leads into the house. Looks like nobody's used this for a long time.
That's good. All right. So there was an entry point through the chimney, correct?
There was.
Is that where we are now, or?
Nope. No, you guys are at the back door instead.
There's a little gate. Need to picky.
Yes. Unless
Oh shit! One thing that we didn't do. Let's roll. I need to make a roll here that sets this up. So I think I need to make the engagement roll. All right. So I think you guys are probably sitting down.
That is not.
Okay. This means you guys are starting in a desperate situation.
You and
So
your dog, Mr. Hooty
Yeah.
Tooty Aim and Shooty.
I think so. I think what this means is that when you get to desperate situation just means that that it's just more risky. So when you guys get to that back gate, the gondola leaves. You guys kind of stranded here on this little bitty dock, and you get up to that gate, and creep up there pretty successfully, but now can hear voices on the other side of that door talking. It sounds like there's you would guess at least three men on the other side of this door, or this this door behind this gate. It seems that this place is significantly more heavily guarded than you would anticipate for just an empty house.
All right. So Min, makes motions and signals in our, crew sign language that we have all, clearly learned.
Sure.
And
Well, you guys have all rehearsed this. I mean, you
Yeah.
guys,
yeah.
yeah.
And so she indicates, the number of voices that she hears on the other side, and then indicates the question, do you want me to go ahead and start picking this, or do we want to find another way in? Does anybody respond to her?
Gee. Hmm. I can't say I wasn't expecting this.
Well,
It's going.
clearly, because your players are way smarter than we are, they
Mhm.
did anticipate this. So you guys, the conceit of this whole game is that you guys already have a plan for this.
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
what was our plan for this? Was our plan, did we have a plan for incapacitating these guards? You know what?
Yes.
Actually, what I've been working on in my lab all day is a little device that I've created and tested that will
Maybe not tested yet.
well, okay, I created it and I probably tested it. You don't know. That will when I pick the lock, um, if I can pick it quietly enough that they don't notice, I can send this device in and it will actually release like a cloud of like gas that will put them to sleep.
Okay.
So like I'm picturing like I know it's no nuts because of theme and flavor and stuff. I'm picturing like a little a clockwork mechanical device
Sure.
that like kind of scuttles into the room almost like a little looks like a little spider or insect or something,
Mhm.
and then like goes under the table where they're playing cards or whatever it is, and then releases this gas that is like like nitrous oxide or whatever it is that they put on your face at the so either it will put them to sleep or they will start giggling hysterically and be easier to incapacitate. So anyway, that's for
And put a little clock up here for spotted. It's gonna be real small.
mhm.
Yeah.
It won't take much you guys to get to be spotted. Um,
Okay.
okay, so who's picking this lock? And then I think we'll do the
Well, who has
It is Tinker job.
Yes.
yeah,
which I think she is probably your specialist.
I
Unless
have
maybe you are. I think
I have two in Tinker. Does anybody else have better to
Nope.
I have 2 in rack.
Venture might be about the same.
No, I apparently did not realize Tinker is for picking locks. I don't
He has
pick
a lot-
locks, I just walk through them.
that makes a lot of sense actually. That you're just not good at picking them because you get frustrated and you're like, why would I bother with this? I can just walk through the door.
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
so Min's going to tinker the lock. She's got two in Tinker. I
Yep.
want to have a flashback.
Well, first you
Okay.
do your tinkering here to kind of open this door.
Oh, I'm
And
worried
then
about
for the
for the Tinker for the unlocking gate.
you know what, yeah, I guess we could combine all of this together.
Okay. What were you saying? Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, maybe one roll to to unlock this thing
Uh-huh.
quietly, and then a second one to do this flashback to create this item to send in there to do the thing. Or is that your
Yeah,
one?
however you want to.
Yeah, but we can probably combine it. This is a desperate action. And so I think this is a pretty big flashback. So I think this is probably, I mean, if we're looking at like eliminating these guys entirely, this is probably like a 3 stress
Okay.
flashback.
3 stress. Got
Um,
it.
You can take another couple if you want to get an extra die on that roll, assuming like you worked really hard,
Right.
on the thing. Alternatively, I mean, there might be devil's bargain in the mix here.
What's your devil's bargain?
Ooh, let's see, devil's bargain. I think. Can I opt for devil's bargain?
The the the
So I think-
material or gas will be tracked back to her supplier.
Or
yeah.
I had to go. I had to go see Jewel, the blood dealer,
Ah,
for
okay.
some of the ingredients, and I'm going to owe Jewel, my enemy that I used to,
Okay.
I used to cook for his crew until I decided to get out of the drug business, and
All right.
but
So
I needed something.
I got it. So that'll
Yeah.
be the devil's bargain is you'll have to give up one of your downtime activities for the next downtime. Doing favor, paying back your debt
Right,
on that.
right, and for Jewel, that would mean I'll be cooking.
Yeah, you'll be making
Yeah.
drugs for him or something.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so that's all right. So I'm gonna click
I'm
on
very
Tinder.
disappointed it was not cooking cake.
Sorry. That is pretty disappointing, isn't it?
I had high hope.
Position is desperate.
Your position is desperate.
Then I click submit. The effect is
The effect,
standard, limited, great, extreme, 0.
I think
Taking out some
I think it's
people is
great.
probably great.
I think it's great.
We're taking out a few people. And we said 2 bonus dice, is that right?
If you
1 for the flashback.
well, you don't get a bonus for the flashback.
Oh, the flashback was, you don't
Yeah.
get dice for your flashback?
When you roll you roll the skill for the flashback. It's the
Wait, you have to take stress to roll skill at all?
in order to like have the stuff, the thing to knock the people out and all that.
Okay. Well, part of the flashback was that she had investigated, like that she had spent some time practicing. She knew she was going to have to pick a lock, and so she spent some time with her lock picks practicing, various different kinds of locks, just in case she, reacquainting herself. It's not something she does very often.
Sure. All right.
So
Okay.
Or I have these fine lockpicks in my equipment.
yeah,
Oh, well, in that case,
yeah,
I'll allow that one. So
fine lock
if you
picks
if you're
in her
borrowing,
equipment.
if-
Well, she could have
Valkyries-
fine lock picks in her own equipment,
You do?
actually. I find tinkering tools, isn't that?
oh yeah,
Yeah. So she's gonna click on find tinkering tools as one of her items that she can bring. Is that okay?
yeah. Although his are specifically lockpicks, right?
Mine are specifically fine lockpick.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah,
the
if you wanna borrow
flashback is
his.
I'm borrowing
Yeah.
his fine lock picks for the job.
Yeah. So as long as he
And,
brings them along, he'll click them on his,
Yeah.
and then
And
he'll pass
practicing
you the
them.
lock. So you guys creep up there. He passes you the
And
lockpick.
then, so it's like so the flashback is like one of those training montages with
Mhm.
music in the
Oh
background
yeah.
and stuff.
Oh,
So it shows
exactly.
her,
That's
like,
exactly how this works.
practicing with the
Yeah.
fine lock picks
Yep.
and opening lock.
Aldo probably has the
locks.
package that has the device to send in there.
Yep, and she's and her, creating this device to this clockwork thing to
Okay.
send it in. Okay. So does it need to be 1 roll or 2 rolls?
We'll do this as but one big roll.
Okay, so with 2 bonus dice.
I believe we're at 2 bonus dice.
Okay. I'm gonna click submit and see what happens.
You can roll a bunch of
I
ones.
got 1 6 in there.
Okay,
No problem.
no problem. All right,
This is
so yeah,
easy. Now, when I look at experience, if you
if you make a desperate,
every time you roll a desperate action, mark XP. So that was a desperate action.
that was a
right?
desperate, so you can mark
mark
XP on
XP
Tinker.
on-
Well, on the
On
Insight.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is another way that this game like diverges from how we normally play role-playing games.
Yeah.
Is you're definitely rewarded more for doing stupid shit
Mhm.
or for doing really dangerous stuff.
Yeah.
Something that Jenny and I were talking about just the other day, or maybe just yesterday, where
It was
was that you're actually kind of encouraged to go ahead and take some traumas, because you get more XP when your traumas come into play. So the more messed up your character is, the more the more opportunities there are to get XP for being messed up. So then you get, so then you can advance a little bit more. And because in most games we're like encouraged not, to protect our hit points as much as possible. You don't, you don't get messed up. But this game kind of encourages you a little bit to go ahead and get messed up, because that's more fun for role playing.
Mhm.
Anyway, so yeah, so you guys,
Yeah, so Mina, fills with the lock, it opens smooth, the hinges do not squeak, everything is, perfect. She slides the gate?
there's
Or
a
the
gate,
door,
and then
or yeah.
there's a door there that
Okay.
but both of them, neither one of them are much of a
Yeah.
hurdle to you.
So she like slides that door open just a crack, and then like sets the little clockwork toy kind of toy spider thing on the. So I'm picturing like a toy spider with like a just like a like really fragile glass bulb on top that's full of the gas, and so um it's so it follows its little tiny programming that it has. It scuttles into the room, and then it like gets where someplace underneath something where it can't be seen, and it has a little lever on the bottom that flips it all the way over, smashing the glass bulb that was on top and releasing the gas into the room.
Cool. Yeah, so you set it in there. You hear like the little clink of the glass. You start to say, "What the hell is that?" And then there's a bunch of choking and coughing and stuff. And you wait the appropriate amount of time to open the door back up again and look in and um, find four unconscious mercenaries around, just as you guys knew it was going to be a small table where they're playing some cards.
Yes, as one does when one is a mercenary.
Okay, now what, guys? You're in I think like a pantry area, like be where just inside, just from the kitchen. I mean, presumably
I'm
they got
picturing like the
deliveries and stuff.
servants area.
Yeah, like the servants
Like the
area.
area where servants would have, gathered for. I'm picturing downstairs in Downton Abbey.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna tie him up and gag
Yeah.
him.
Okay, so you get good. Yep, Dashiell gets to work tying folks up and gagging them.
Although I'm very tempted just to slit their throats.
Okay, who's what's Aldo doing?
Let's see. Right now I'm just keeping an eye out to see if there are any more guards who are coming in. These guys are unconscious, so I don't have too much to. I'm not too worried about them.
Okay.
I like to go looky
Okay.
in shadows.
Good. Yeah, you start sneaking around. I think you can hear another couple of mercenaries up top. They're up on the upper level, and you're
I'll be right.
last check. There were at least a couple guys out front. So moving a bit further into the house, Belcher, you do see that you come out into through the kitchen into kind of a you can get access to the dining room and a large kind of central central room, and the door to the front door that leads out to the small lawn out in front of the townhouse. Um, there's not a lot of light in here,
That is perfectly acceptable because I happen to bring my dark sight goggle.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So looking around in your dark side goggles, you can see there are a number of like nice paintings on the walls. The carpet's, the carpet's pretty good. There's some tapestries. It looks like the place is pretty well cared for. Um, the um, the artwork is probably a little out of style from your perspective, viewpoint, but probably still fairly valuable. Being next to the docks, you're pretty, that you don't see it. You're not surprised to see that there's no access to a basement here.
So it goes up, not down.
Uh-huh. So Aldo, one thing you do see is that these guards, these mercenaries, all seem to be Scoval. Or Scovland, sorry. So they're all, you know, they're all kind of your kinsmen.
All right. Well, Min's also going to head out to work on looking around um, for little like small things, small items she can pick up and
Sure.
put in her pockets. So let's see.
Looking around, there's some,
Be
there's some nice.
sure get silverware.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I mean, so the place you come across like first is like the silverware. There's some nice crystalware, and as well as you see some very nice looks like well out of style. Not that you may not know, but some very old china.
She's gonna try to just pick up things that she's going to find some dirt, like the all of the rags that they use for polishing the silver
Oh yeah,
are going to be in a drawer in the same
yeah.
cupboard where they keep the silver.
Mhm.
And so she's going to start working as quickly as she can, wrapping as much silver as she can to keep it quiet so that it doesn't make clinking noises. And so wrapping pieces and putting them in her
Yeah.
pack.
In this big bag that you brought along with you because you guys knew you're gonna be
She's
stealing
started
shit
with a
anyway.
light load so that when she can leave with a heavy load.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. All right. How about
Like you take your empty bags into all these.
yep. So yep. So I think so. Dashel, he finishes tying folks up and gagging them. You can kind of move into the kitchen area kitchen and dining room area where you can see Min, packing up silverware. Where did you plan to go this whole time, Mr. Dashel? Von Darkmoor? You there, Pete? Pete?
Oh, are we disconnected?
Did Pete fall asleep on me?
He might have gone.
All right. Well, all right, Lehman, what you up to? What is Vetcher doing?
So I will look for the bedroom.
Okay, looking around, it looks like it is upstairs. You've heard it, you heard some footsteps upstairs. But haven't seen anybody yet.
It is okay. I will go upstairs quietly, sneakily.
Okay. So that sounds like you're prowling up the stairs and
Yes.
looking around here. All right. I think we're still desperate at the moment. You know what? I think we're down. Let's downgrade this to standard or risky now, because you don't have people who are aware of you at the moment.
Risky.
Yeah, I think we are risky to standard effect, sneaking up the stairs, looking around.
And oh, it is such good thing I have silence potion vials, so stairs do not creak as I walk up them.
Nice. You chug that little thing, huh?
Yes.
Maybe it's like a water you like spill on, you kind of sprinkle it on the stairs ahead of you as you move up the stairs. Yeah, I like that one a little more.
Something it says negates all sound within 10 paces of drinker for a span of several moments. So,
I think I like sprinkling it around to make things quiet. Yeah, let's do that.
okay.
So that'll give you an extra die, I think.
Sounds good. Oh, look! I made crit!
You made it.
Nice.
um, yeah, I think this means not only do you creep up the stairs quietly, you come up right behind where you knew this other mercenary was going to be standing. What do you do with this guy?
Helping nerve pinch.
Uh,
And
I cold cock him, knock him out from behind.
okay, yeah. So you creep up there and just knock that guy out, quietly. That was yeah, that was good. And yeah, you find this you find the bedroom right over here as well.
And out of character, I am so due for some really bad mess up.
Because I think you have rolled the only crits in this game so far. I think.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
No,
Aldo got
you're
one
wrong.
I mean,
last
unless
time.
Aldo got one, but
You think Aldo got one before? Okay.
Yeah.
I think yeah. I was thinking there were only a couple. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, basically we're the bad news bears of dice rolling. So
I know. All right. So yeah, you creep up there, you knock this guy out, and set his body down. You do hear you do hear like another footstep up here on the second level with you, from like down the hallway and in another room. What does see, Joe, you back yet? Oh no.
Yep,
Pete.
I'm back. I'm here.
Oh, say Pete. So yeah, you finished tying up folks. What are you doing now?
Well, what else has happened?
So what else has happened is Min went into the kitchen and just like you guys had planned the whole time, is started packing up silverware
Okay.
to take along. The Vetcher like made his way quietly up the stairs, took out one of the guards upstairs. But although he's pretty sure there's another one up there, you're pretty sure there's some guards out front. But you've neutralized almost everybody inside. The yeah, and that's kind of where you guys are at now.
So I'll start going into the. Did I hear you say that there's some paintings?
There are some paintings. Yes, there are.
Well, I am going to very carefully and quietly remove them from their frames
Nice. Roll those suckers up.
with a knife or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you get to work on those. I like it. And Aldo, what is he doing?
Let's see. I guess I'll be keeping an eye out for any more guards. I
You gonna
am.
stand by the front door,
Yeah.
ready to whack somebody if they come in?
Yep. Yeah. And I will make sure I'm quiet about it.
Okay. I think so. While you're standing there, you can kind of, you peek peek around the curtain out front, you can see the two guards. These two mercenaries, standing out there. While you're watching, a blue coat, walks, who's walking by on a patrol. He spots them. He sees them standing out in front and comes over and talks to them a little bit. You can hear him, and you say, so the blue coat says, "So, what are you gentlemen doing out here at this hour?" And one of them says, "Yeah, we got hired by the bank to keep an eye on the place while they kind of sort things out." He says, you got any paperwork for that? Any identification? And the guy, produces a sheet of paper, and they kind of talk it over a little bit. And the blue coat, says, "Well, have a fine evening then," and walks on. I think we're back to, I think, men, maybe at this point.
Yeah, so, just Min finish
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
the
Min packs up a bunch of silverware quickly.
silverware.
Mhm.
She tests the heft of the backpack to determine if she feels like she can carry
I mean, this.
any more,
Um,
or, she's not big, she's a small
well,
person.
you could definitely carry this. You could carry some more, but it would slow you down if you kind of get beyond this.
She's gonna stop here, but kind of, so she's gonna serve as a lookout. So
Okay.
at the back, because we're gonna go back out the back, and you know what? I don't know if I can afford a new flashback or if somebody else wants to have this flashback, but we need probably
We
to,
need some kind of getaway.
yeah, we need to arrange with the gondola, the
Mhm.
gondolier,
Yeah.
to come back after a certain amount of time to pick us up at the same dock.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a miniature flashback where it's just her when she's giving him she gave him a little extra when he dropped her off,
It's
right?
true.
Maybe it's just her saying, twice as much again when you come back in, this time period. So she's, watching the back to make sure the path back to the gondolier, to the dock will be clear.
Sweet.
When everybody's
Okay.
ready to leave.
I like it.
Did you want me to take stress for that?
I
flashback,
don't
or-
think you need to take stress for that.
Hey, Min,
Yeah.
what about putting a few pieces of that silverware that you can't carry in the unconscious guard's pockets? And then when we leave, we untie them if they're still unconscious.
Making it look like like they were stealing from.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Let's do, that's great. That's what she'll do, is she'll start planting evidence to reduce heat later. That
Okay.
she's,
I like that. All right, now back up to Vetcher.
Yes, I take a little looky-loo around bedroom. Bedroom always good place for nice shiny.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think looking around here, you do find a bunch of jewelry. Her expansive jewelry collection, which you were pretty sure was going to be here.
Yes, it will be good gift for Petra.
Exactly.
In
Well,
in,
yeah.
in the collection, not the collection.
Right. 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 So you grab up a bunch of stuff and unload it.
Yeah, basically I look, see what is weight versus value, and come up with good ratio.
Okay. Okay. And
And good ratio is very different than good Horatio.
Yeah.
okay. So you guys pack up. You guys go through, pack up a bunch of stuff, and I assume kind of make your, start to make your exit. Although, let's see. I think, yeah. While Betcher is in there, you can hear another guy kind of walking down the hallway. And or kind of walk towards this room. Um, he looks in and is gonna spot you. You're gonna do anything?
Yes, I am going to hide under bed and pull my fine shadow cloak over me so it look like bed sheet.
Okay. So he looks in, and give me a prowl, and I think we'll make this one desperate because I think there's definitely some risk of getting getting hurt in this moment.
Okay. Go down to desperate. What type of effect?
I think standard.
Okay. And
Yeah, and your cloak will give you a bonus,
okay.
a bonus die. Come on, now we need that shitty roll. Nope. Oh,
Not shitty, but there is but.
there is a but. All right. So
There are two butts, and not the kind dancer type butts.
so
This is a fat man at the beach in a Speedo butt.
no. So so you hide, but the guy, he sees sees the drawer, he sees the drawer open where where a bunch of jewelry was, and he says, Oliver, they told us we're not supposed to mess with this stuff. Oliver, where are you? I'm gonna increase your spotted mark by 2. You know what? I did say it was desperate.
I thought we brought it back down from desperate.
It went
was.
back up.
I better go back up for this one. Yeah, so he calls around, doesn't see anybody. So I'm going to go all 3. So I think he says, Oscar. Did I say Oliver or Oscar?
Oliver.
Oliver! Damn you, Oliver! And when nobody gets up and shouts, he pulls out his sword and says, "What the hell is going on here tonight?" Well, meanwhile, I think that's gonna alert. I think it's gonna be loud enough to alert the dudes out front,
Right.
who are gonna start heading for the front door. So now, Aldo, what you gonna do?
Oh, luckily for me, I brought a nice new claymore I picked up. Counting it as
See,
a
this
fine.
is why there was so much. This is why Vetcher was so worried about sneaking around with you.
Yeah.
Yes. As I'm as soon as they come through the door, I am going to work my particular brand of magic on them.
Okay. Yeah. So they're gonna come in. I would. Yeah, I think we're gonna call this desperate too, man.
Okay.
I think it's
I'm going to
serious-
activate my ability not to be trifled with. So,
So you have a standard instead of limited success here.
yep.
Or effect.
Okay, skirmish, desperate, standard.
Oh, and I think you get an extra. I think. What was the rule with the big weapons? I think.
It's a fine heavy weapon, so
And heavy weapons do something different,
okay.
and I forget exactly what it is. There's a list of items and buyers. Standard items. Large weapon. Reload.
It just says heavy weapon has more
Yeah,
reach and hits harder.
I think we should increase. I think we'll increase the effect when it comes to hurting things with large weapons. I
Okay.
feel like that makes sense.
All right.
So maybe.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay, let's do this. So
You know pointy end goes other way, not inside you, inside them.
right. So you you mess these guys up with attacking them. But one of them is going to stab you in the chest with his sword. You're going to get a
Oh, that's the other thing I brought with me. I'm wearing
Yeah.
heavy armor.
oh, okay. So that brings that level 3 harm down to a level 2 harm.
Hey,
Not
Bob.
just armor, heavy armor. So
Well, if you want to check your heavy,
mhm.
then that brings it down to a level 1 harm. Bruised, bruised, heavy bruising or bruised chest. So heavy armor can normally take 2 hits, but
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and let it take both the hits now.
Yep.
And take that one big hit down to a level 1 hit. You could have also spent some taken some stress to potentially avoid that.
Hey, Bob.
Yes, sir.
So at the same time,
Mhm.
if he's getting ready at the door to meet these guys coming in,
Mhm.
I'd like to kind of hide behind the door
Okay.
so that I can ambush them. They come into the door, they see Aldo, and when they go to meet them, I backstab them or, take them from behind.
You're gonna take them from behind.
Is that possible?
Yeah. Well, so just to be clear, so Joe already took those 2 guys out.
Oh, they're both out?
Yes.
Aldo's the kind of guy who fights like whole gangs all at once,
Okay.
with big weapons, and takes people down pretty fast. Takes down large groups of minions.
So
all at once.
I'll make sure to shut the door then
Okay.
so, nobody can look in and see what's going on.
Okay.
And then I'm going to search/rifle the bodies real quick if they've got anything decent on them. For instance, that piece of paper saying that we can be there.
Yeah. So you're kind of looking over their bodies. I think, like, while you're doing that, oh yeah, I like this. Hearing the noise downstairs, the guy who was calling for us for Oliver runs down the stairs quietly because there was stuff sprinkled on the stairs to make it quiet. And I think he's going to attack. I think he's definitely going to attack Deschel. What's Deschel going to do about that?
Oh.
You're getting jumped. You're getting surprised by a guy from behind. So this guy's gonna be taking you from behind.
Mm-hmm.
And you were not even picked up by bluecoats to go to jail.
Yeah. I would very much like to shoot him, but we're trying to keep it quiet.
There's a good chance he didn't even bring those guns.
What's that?
There's a good chance he didn't even bring those guns. We'll find out.
I will. Oh, let's see what I got here. Well, survey says I can sense trouble before it happens.
Not okay. Let me say the trouble's definitely going to be there, right? So,
Uh-huh.
I mean, this guy is going to be jumping. You know, he's going to be like coming down on you from behind, pretty much largely surprising you with a, so maybe you're going to spot this kind of just at the very last moment, this attack coming.
And prowl is climb, swim, run, jump, and tumble.
Sure.
I guess try and tumble out of the way.
Okay. Is that
Do
what you're going to do? Is just like leap out of the way? You're going to fight back, or
yeah, I'm gonna fight. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and do a tumble roll, get to my feet so that I'm facing him. And then, oh,
I think definitely like fighting fighting somebody face to face, kind of like you're going to be doing here, would either be finesse or skirmish. So you're going to be kind of in a tough spot.
yep, because
Um,
I don't have either one of those.
this is not the kind of fighting you normally do. Want to pick one of those and see what happens? I can you can take a little bit of stress to push yourself, get you up to one die instead of rolling 2 dice and taking the lesser. See what kind of devil's bargain can I offer you here?
Mama,
I think. What do you guys? Do you guys have ideas on devil's bargains here? I think
What's he getting out of this?
an extra die
For
fighting this dude who snuck up on him.
Something falls out of his pocket that links him to the VA.
so there'll be more.
Oh, I love that. Yes. Yeah. So I think this would translate as to like maybe an extra point or two of heat for the crew. What do you guys? What do you think, Pete? You want that devil's bargain?
yeah, I'll take the devil's bargain.
Oh yeah,
I went to jail once.
you might again.
I
You never
might.
know. There's a good chance of this game. I'm kind of hoping we do a little bit of jail time.
I went to jail once.
All
I
right, are you
survived.
gonna push yourself as well to get another die? That'll be 2 stress.
Oh, my stress is already pretty high.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just gonna go with the devil's bargain.
Okay.
So finesse or it would be skirmish.
Yeah, either one of those. I mean, to me, it's probably more skirmish sort of stuff. And this is fighting
So
somebody face to face.
what's the position?
Huh? Oh, this is definitely a desperate position.
Desperate.
And I think this is going to be limited success because at this moment you're at a disadvantage and you're just trying to keep from dying.
Okay. And how many bonus dice?
2. Wait.
2?
Yes. 2 bonus dice. Okay. So because it's desperate. Oh, so you do get the XP for making the desperate roll under prowess. And now yeah, you knock him back, but take a Ooh. I can give you a level 2 harm. Yeah, I think it's a shoulder gash. We'll call it a forearm gash. So I think he like cuts open your arm pretty deep. Unless you want to avoid that by resist that and just like take some stress.
How much stress?
1d6 minus 1.
Ooh.
Or sorry, a d6. Sorry, 6 minus a d6. I keep forgetting how that works.
Oh, if I do my usual type of rolling, that could put me into the trauma.
It could. So I think you will resist this with your prowess. So you just roll 1 die and hope. Yep.
Say that again?
You would resist it with your prowess, which is
Which,
just 1 die.
so how would that work?
But you say I resist, and you just don't take the gash. You just don't take the penalties. You just take stress to resist the bad stuff.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, that's what I like to see.
So
It's not supposed to go down, guys.
what am I doing now?
Right. So click on prowess.
Okay. No bonus dice.
No bonus dice. Oh. Okay. So here's what you do. You're going to mark 1 trauma,
Okay.
and I think you click on the one it's going to be. It's like vicious or reckless,
Okay.
stable. Okay. So you're now, and your stress is, I think you clear out the stress, but you are too stressed out to be effective for the rest of this kind of job.
So I clear out the stress.
Clear out the stress. But at the same time, you're dealing with like this trauma at the moment.
Okay.
So the group's going to kind of have to carry you out of here, or like wrangle you out of here the rest of the way. Next would be Ben, but she's going to get Sophia from school from marching band. So the Aldo went. Vetcher, what's he doing?
So he went downstairs, so I go downstairs, and when they have little tussle, oops, he met Ambassador, name of my dagger,
Got it.
in back.
Very good. I don't think. Yeah, this one's not desperate. Yeah, so this is probably risky standard. Maybe risky great because you are sneaking up on the guy. I mean, he couldn't hear you coming down the stairs either.
Okay, and I will push myself a little.
Okay.
Give myself a little pat on back and push.
Very good.
Oh!
Yeah. Yep. He did.
It is very common occurrence when people meet Ambassador.
So I think what you guys see is what I imagine you guys see is Dashel and this the Skovlin mercenary are fighting. You stab him in the back, take him down, and Dashel just continues with his knife, just stabbing the body over and over and over again. Kind of just in a red haze of of just viciousness. Now what, guys?
A quick quick loot, get out fast.
Okay.
We have
Grab-
both.
Grab everything we can carry.
You can't carry. Dashel carries you. Or sorry, Aldo carries Dashel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Aldo ends up kind of dragging Dashel out, and yeah, the rest of you gather up what you can, and the other two of you gather up what you can in some big sacks, and meet the gondolier at the docks to make your escape. Okay.
Right.
Well done. So let's do some downtime.
Yes. Downtime is important.
Okay, here comes downtime. First, the payoff. So I think right. So that should be, I think, 4 rep.
So what happens when we? Oh, okay, that fills us then.
It fills it. So the way this works, you can't gain any more rep until you move up a tier.
Ah, okay.
So you're maxed out on reputation. You're gonna get 6 coin total from this, and that is net after the cost of selling stuff, of the going through going through selling stuff and Petra's cut and things like that. You get a total of 6 coin for the crew.
Okay, so
You might need to split up some more.
yeah, so 1 coin goes crew. That fills crew up. So that gives us 5. We each get 1, and 1 goes maybe to find way to go out into that
Okay.
place outside city.
We can call that. You can spend 1. I think it's 1 coin to get an extra get an extra activity during downtime. Let me look. It may be 2.
So I would say we all get 1 coin.
Oh, 1. Yeah, 1 coin. You can get an extra activity during downtime.
And then since Min was gracious to go with cast deciding vote to go on this score, he can use it to find information about how get outside safely,
Okay,
or
so
maybe not safely, but without documents
I'll
getting
add
spotted.
I'll add. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the 2. I'll put the other 2 coin on her character sheet, and then she can spend the 1 to go do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, I put the 1 on the crew, and then we each get 1, and then she gets 2.
Got it.
Okay.
So you guys are maxed out on reputation. This would be the time if you guys want to increase your. You can hold on. Let me double check the amount of coin it costs. You may have to take some out of your pockets to do the leveling up. Is this where it lives? No, damn it. Ooh, I found the other role thing that I was looking for. So that's good. Where is called the faction game? Where's that? Page 44. All right. Rep Coin, you have to spend coin equal to your new tier times 8.
Ooh,
It will cost a total of 8 coin in like investments and all this other stuff to move up to tier 1.
8 coin.
A
Yep.
total of 8.
That would be all crew coin and each of us 1 coin.
yes.
Are you guys going to do that?
Yeah, I'm up for that.
I say good idea.
All right.
I'm with-
So you guys are currently at tier 1 with weak hold. So that means you have to, the next time you just fill up your rep bar and you move up to strong. You don't have to spend,
Okay.
right? There's no coin cost to moving up to strong hold of the tier. And then once you go up to, want to go to tier 2, then it's going to cost a bunch more money.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. So you guys are tier 1. So, that means like all your stuff kind of, gets better. You have better access to equipment and things like that. People are more likely to sell you things. The next thing, where's my downtime board? Because I keep losing it. Okay, let's get your coin. Next is heat. Contained, standard. I think this is contained. This is 2. Normally you would get extra heat because of the killing, but you don't. But you do get an extra 2 because there were some clues you guys left behind that linked you guys, that linked at least one of you to what happened. I do like that one. We may use that one some more because that's a good conversation.
Yes.
Next for entanglements, I'm gonna roll 2 dice and take the lower.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So before you get to downtime, let's do this. Oh, this is an interesting one. So you guys are at your hideout, splitting up loot and kind of talking over your next plans. When one of the spirit wardens arrives. Um, the spirit wardens, they dress like all in kind of these black leathers, and they have these brass masks that they wear. And I picture them looking a lot like the dragon masks from Skyrim. They have like runes and stuff on them. And one thing that's kind of interesting about them is in like their like black cloaks and leathers and stuff, and with the masks on, they all look identical, like every one of them, and even their voices. You hear like 2 of them talking to each other with essentially the same sort of raspy voice. It sounds like a little modified coming out the mask. There, you've heard that that the spirit masks, part of their purpose is to keep the members of the spirit warden secret. This the spirit warden arrives. It says, "Greetings. I am Exeter. You know me. as we know you. I am come in recognition of our partnership so far. You have done well. Aside from that dumping that corpse in the in the canal last month. That was not good.
Oh yes, I guess it would be bad to get body. Oops, sorry. We will prevent that in future.
What I wish to ask is, because we have been aiding you all this time, we have a favor to ask. We've been, as you know, our membership is secret, and we keep our identities hidden from the family members of those we must destroy. So we may be safe and incorruptible. However, we've come to believe that somebody is attempting to infiltrate our organization. We wish for you to assassinate somebody in a particular spot at a particular time and wait to see who comes.
This is straight plan. It's good.
Excellent.
Where, when?
You will receive when and where soon. Thank you for your cooperation. Our alliance has gone well. I questioned, I admit that I questioned a lot aiding such an upstart group, but this has gone well.
We glad be of assistance.
Good evening. And he will turn and leave.
Yes, I am good Vature.
Mhm.
Vature means evening.
Nice. And then we should do XP. So,
Bob,
yeah.
how do we
XP at the end of the session?
how do
Yeah,
we
we'll get to that.
how do
Go
we
ahead.
do things like layer, increase our layer and increase our
We may get to that here presently.
turf? Okay.
Yep. So the first thing I'm going to ask is, did you do a successful accident, disappearance, murder, or ransom operation? I think no, in this case. Contend with challenges above your station? I would say yes. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. Any thoughts on that one?
Is this for the crew?
Yep, this is for the crew.
I mean, we did go up a tier.
You know what? That's true. All right, I'm going to mark that one. So I'm going to clear that out. So you guys can choose either one special ability on the crew sheet or 2 upgrades. And the upgrades can come in the form of a layer upgrade or, getting a crew or something like that.
if we do a vault, we can save more gold.
You could. Oh, I forgot. Because it went up level, everybody gets 3 stash.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Going up at every time you advance a level as your crew, there's some, benefits that the crew, that you personally get as you guys split up loot and other things. So everybody gets 3 stash. It's not cash you can go out and spend now, but it's good stuff.
I would like to be selfish and suggest special ability deadly.
I thought about that as well.
Deadly is good. It's to a maximum of 3, but it allows you guys to, basically get a new advancement.
We don't want to increase our turf stuff, or
Well, the turf stuff, those are like separate
Those
missions
are
you guys.
scores missions.
Yeah, those are sports you guys go off on.
for
Like-
for instance, off of our lair, if we go to the right there and do turf,
Yep.
that's something else.
It is something else. So what would happen there is this is kind of like a game within a game here, where you would say, instead of going and getting money, we want to take over a couple of businesses nearby. We're going to run out the gang that's running those and take them over for ourselves.
Okay.
And put a little check mark there and say that is ours now. So we would run it as a score. You guys would like go do mission. You'd be like, it might be more of like a social one where you're like talking to people or whatever, but we would run that as a mission. Same thing with like I was talking before, like the cover operation where you would, you take over the turf and then you go build a cover operation, meaning like you hire people and set everything up to make it look like the building you guys are in is an actual legitimate business. Which, the way you guys have been managing heat and stuff could get you to the place where you're basically operating in the city with, throughout the city with impunity.
So do we want a special ability, or do we want to upgrade our lair?
I like idea of special ability.
Hey, Joe,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Let's see.
Deadly is nice. You can add +1 to either hunt, prowl, or skirmish.
As long as it's not above 3.
Right.
Yeah.
Or we could improve our lair, or improve the quality of some of our stuff.
Oh, so another thing I don't think we talked about because I wasn't sure it was going to come up. So under training, you see there's a 4-box thing called mastery.
Yep.
So basically, if you fill that all the way up, that will allow you guys to train up to level 4 in some abilities.
Nice.
Nobody has access to level 4 in any abilities until you guys spend enough, crew upgrades to fill up all 4 of the mastery things.
So you can only go up 3 red dots on your
Right.
character?
3 is the maximum
Okay.
right now. I'm pretty sure. 4, to get to 4, you have to have like the mastery training stuff. So you'd have, and that requires like a major investment of like, just a major crew investment to get there.
Hey, Bob,
Uh-huh.
we have insight and prowess marked.
Right.
I know what resolve is. What is personal?
Personal is the special abilities on your character sheets. So your special abilities.
And so what does checking that personal box do?
What it does is it makes it the personal makes it so you can spend downtime to give yourself playbook advancement XP.
So you get 2 instead of 1?
Right. So you'll get access to more special abilities faster. Which is cool.
Yeah.
Then you got some coin and some stash. I already put them on the
Very-
sheet.
All right, thank you.
The crew moved up to tier 1 with weak hold. So now all your stuff is better.
Okay, awesome.
Hey,
And, did I get any, did we go through experience points? Or?
Not personal experience. We're still talking crew stuff because the crew went up. The crew went up a tier, but also advanced kind of a level. Even though we don't really track levels, so the crew is deciding between getting a special ability or 2 crew upgrades.
Hmm.
So and the way that looks on the sheet, yeah, I mean you have the special abilities on the left hand side or filling in 2 boxes on the right hand side. Like so for example, if you put weapons, then you would have everybody would have like an expert have tier 2 weapons, even though you're only tier 1. And a fine weapon would be like a tier 3 weapon. So a really good weapon.
Mhm.
so what we're looking at is under special abilities, deadly, where we could raise hunt, prowl, or skirmish up 1, no higher than a 3, or we could put a point in, say, lair or in training, or something like that.
Okay. I don't think I have a strong opinion about this. So does anybody have an argument for one thing or another?
I like deadly will give us a point without experience. Predators is good. We do a lot of sneaking to kill things, and
Oh,
that
yeah.
will help an engagement roll. Or I like idea of training personal.
Yeah. The other one thing you might consider is look at so you can take the veteran ability as well and then steal an ability from another playbook.
Mhm.
So there's some really cool ones where the one I was thinking about is it under the cult? There is bound in darkness. You may use teamwork with any cult member, regardless of the distance separating you. By taking 1 stress, your whispered message is heard by every cultist. So that would allow you guys to. That's enough. We haven't used it very much. I don't think I've prompted you guys on it enough. Is you can assist each other as well. So the person assisting would take 1 stress, and then the person doing the job, the task, would get an extra die. And this would allow you to like assist each other in separate rooms or like in different parts of the city,
Oh wow.
which is cool, right? Yeah, I mean you can look through some of the other abilities. There's another one, the shadows get ghost echoes, which kind of fits along with Vetcher's ability. So Vetcher can like go into like the ghost realm to like be able to like walk through walls and shit. Ghost Echoes basically allows everybody to see into the ghost field and sometimes interact with stuff there. Potentially like secret passages and things like that. Some other stuff. Slippery, does some cool things.
So for this one, I would just say let's do something on our page, and then we can
Yeah.
look on the other ones to see if there are things that we really want.
Yeah. I liked the Deadly
Yeah,
personally.
I think you all liked Deadly. So the only argument against doing the special ability was to expand the vaults.
Well, hey,
Because you guys were already a place where you guys are having trouble. You guys have been pulling in more money than you can fit into your vault.
if
Yeah.
I was going to spend money.
That could be too.
if we took veteran under the Shadows crew sheet, there's everyone steals. Each PC may add +1 action rating to prowl, finesse, or tinker.
Those are good.
Ooh, those might fit you guys even better.
Yeah.
Everybody but I think everybody but Aldo.
Yeah.
That one.
Does Aldo have a skirmish of 3 already?
Yeah. Yes. Aldo has
Okay, so
skirmish 3 already.
Oh, yeah.
You would need prowl or hunt if we take deadly.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, does everybody have does anybody have a strong feeling about this? Something they're feeling pretty strongly about.
Mm.
I
Like
the
I
one-
said, I like deadly, I like predators, and I like personal training.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Jenny was saying that she liked the everyone steals that Pete found because that would give her tinker, and everybody's been using prowl.
Yeah.
That'd give me prowl. I was gonna do prowl, but
Oh, prowl, yeah.
But
Yeah.
deadly could do that also, basically.
Yeah, they could do that too.
true.
Yep.
All right, so it sounds like I'm happy no matter what.
It sounds like Jenny's happy no matter what.
I'm gonna probably do prowl if we take deadly.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys gonna mark Deadly then?
Let's mark
Yeah,
deadly.
let's do it.
Yep.
Right, Deadly and Crow's Veil.
And I'll take prowl.
Let's see. All right.
So I will take hunt because my prowl is already 3.
Did I do it right? I
Yeah.
just click a circle.
Yeah.
next to prowl.
Yep. I'll add a second dot in prowl.
All right. So I think does that put everybody at 2 points of prowl?
I have
At least?
3.
I have 3.
Nice.
Yep,
So you guys
I
are
have two.
all right. Bunch of sneaky gets.
Mhm. Yeah.
That should be our name.
Smythe and Company.
Liquidators.
Okay, let's do individual XP then. Aldo.
Let's see. I already marked the one for rolling a desperate action.
Yeah. So those happen as they happen. Did you address a challenge with violence or coercion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened once, right? We didn't
Yep.
do that more than once.
Yep. I did that once. It was 2 guys, but yeah, it was
At the same time. Do you express your beliefs, drives, or heritage? Or background?
beliefs. Not especially. I mean, I talked to Carlos, but that was about it.
Yeah, and then struggling with issues with your vice or traumas.
Not yet.
No, we'll have to get some traumas. Maybe not a lot of XP. This is what happens when we have these smooth missions, man. We mess
Let's
stuff up more,
see.
guys. I mean, you did get some by doing some desperate stuff, so that's something. Dashel. Do you address a challenge with tracking or violence? I would say, yeah, there was some violence.
There was some violence.
Yeah, there was violence. Do you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I think so.
I think,
Talk-
yeah, I'll give you a point for that one. You know, you spent some time at the VA. And you can put those wherever you want. I mean, whether you can put
Right.
those in, like under prowess or insight or whatever, or the playbook.
And
And
struck
then,
issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
you know what?
I got a trauma.
Yep, you got a prowess. So yeah, take a point for that. So you're working on playbook advancement right now, huh?
Yep.
Okay. All right, that gets us to men. So you did your desperate action stuff. Address a challenge with technical skill or mayhem.
I think
Yeah.
lock picking and the little
Yep.
clockwork guy with the little
Yeah.
clockwork fighter was definitely that.
Beliefs,
Mhm.
drives, heritage, background.
Not very much. I was thinking about Stazia, but I really didn't. Yeah.
I think at least, you know, maybe it's a combination of this one and the next one.
Mhm.
The bringing in the whole thing with the drug dealing past. I
Yeah.
think that counts.
Okay.
And yeah, that might kind of be the same thing. So yeah,
So
that's good. So that's two.
two. Okay.
Yeah, you can put those wherever you feel are appropriate.
Alright.
You notice the physicker ability on yours? It allows you to heal people
I did.
during
yes.
downtime. And then Vetcher, addressing a challenge with stealth or evasion.
A few times.
Yeah, a few times. You know what? So yeah, I guess that's two. Beliefs, drives, heritage, background.
The mission was to get wealth. And I'm burglar.
I mean, that's basically the same as the first one, but you know, you still did like the cracking the jokes and stuff, like the
And
misquoted.
and yes, and I did
those.
not get my cake and meet it too. I'm very, very sad.
Those I think count as a drive, belief or drive or background.
And
We
no, I
didn't have
did not have
no vices.
issues.
Okay, so yeah, put those where they belong. You have no resolve.
Yeah.
No, I have none.
He has not. He has a 4 prowess, which is amazing.
Oh wow.
But no
Yeah.
resolve.
Oh wow.
He can even wreck. All right, guys. You want to do downtime now, or do you want to do that beginning of the next session? It's up to you.
I'm most like it at the beginning of the next session because it flows into
Okay.
beginning the adventure.
Well, don't we have to do? Oh, you're talking about doing downtime next time?
Yeah, I guess that's what we're just discussing. Is like the actual downtime activities. That way, and then
It does kind of. I mean, we've done downtime at the end, but it does kind of link up with the free thing at the beginning. You know, because a lot of our downtime is doing our vices that then carry over into talking with our friends and getting missions.
exactly. Yeah. So
Okay.
I think that makes sense. So let's do that this time. We'll push it out to the next session, and
Okay.
then we'll start with downtime. But don't forget, we guys did specifically. Well, Jenny was out of the room. That's why I want to bring it up now. That we did specifically say that the one coin that Min has is specifically to have an extra downtime activity to go look for a way to get to the Deadlands,
Oh,
the Dead
I
Waste.
will make a note of that. Minister.
We got 6 coin, and it just our bank our crew bank at the time could only hold one, so we each got one. The crew got one, and then I thought it would be good to, as a way to kickstart your plot, to give you the other one to go look up,
Thank
figure out
you.
stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
I kind of like the assassination.
Oh, the assassination job for the next one?
Job? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're waiting on that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
They'll tell us where and when.
Yes.
That kind of sounds like that's right up my alley. They didn't say we had to do it quietly or anything like that.
I mean, maybe assassination automatically means quietly.
Um.
But
um does
I
the
don't know.
name Gavrilo Princip mean anything to you?
For me, the assassination is a nice long shot from a concealed position.
Okay. So
Mhm.
I will say that I think Min is going to have some moral issues with the target of the assassination.
Yeah.
She got out of the drug dealing business because she saw the terrible effect it was having on, the most vulnerable people. So it sounds like we're being hired. This is a job where we'd be hired to go kill an escort or a prostitute or something. And
Yeah.
I don't think men.
Oh,
Well,
I was thinking other assassination job.
oh, is there another assassination?
Yes, Spirit Wardens came and said in future, they buddy with us and say, in future, we tell you where and when, and you take this person out because they try to reveal who we are, and we don't like showing face.
Okay, so we're not talking about assassinating the prostitute that the board.
I had forgot about that, but that is another one.
Yeah.
Dashiell's good.
Carlos,
Dashiell's good for either one. He's starting to get a thrill out of killing things.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Carlos, remember, Carlos came to you guys and said, hey, somebody said, somebody wanted me to assassinate this girl, but I told them, I won't do it, but I know some people with lower standards than me.
Yeah. Uh,
And I was thinking Min would not like that job, but
mhm.
I don't know if she would not agree to go on it if you guys decide to take that job. I think she wouldn't like that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is all up to you guys. I mean, I want to make this as much open world as I can.
I think she would try to find a way to make it look like to warn the girl and,
Yeah.
and warn her to be like, look, just get away from this guy. He's not worth your life.
Yeah.
And especially if the girl's, a prostitute, she's probably intelligent enough to realize that, it's not worth her life.
Maybe. All right. Well, so
She
how about we
she
close
will
up there?
not be moving up to East Side.
Yeah, she will not be moving on up
No.
to
Because
make
East Side is Brightstone, which is a nice neighborhood.
Yes, it is. The deluxe apartment in the sky.
Yeah.
All right. Well, night, boys and girls. Good
Okay.
game.
Good night.
I will stop the recording.